Well, hi. So, do you feel like now that you're in midlife, you're just really starting to find yourself in this endless battle of trying to keep weight off and you're just not comfortable in your skin anymore and you're really not sure what's going on because you really haven't changed your diet, you're still working out a lot and you don't get it. Hi, I'm Sherry. I work with smart and independent women just like you who are kind of challenged a little bit with some of the issues that crop up for us in midlife. And I use holistic methods because I want you to be comfortable in your skin. And I want you to regain your energy and your confidence and your joy for life. And I want you to go out there and really crush midlife and age gracefully and powerfully. Now, I always feel like sometimes the best way to tackle an issue is to go a little bit of old school. And so today I wanted to go ahead and revisit sort of just those old school tactics for helping keep weight off. So the first thing that I wanted to talk about was keeping a food diary. Now, don't kill me for suggesting this, because I will say to myself, I am not a huge fan of a food diary, but you know what? They work. And I always suggest that if you're not a big fan of a food diary, do it for 3 days. Do it for 2 typical weekdays and then do it for a typical weekend. And not just keep track of your food. And I don't even care so much about the quantity, just what are you eating? And then more importantly, how did you feel before you ate the food, both physically and emotionally? And how did you feel after you ate the food, both physically and emotionally? And then you can go back and be a little bit of a detective and start to see where maybe some of the issues are lying that you would not have seen had you not put pen to paper. The next thing is to, it kind of ties into this food journal, identify those tricky times. Start to look for when a time of day or a situation or a mood triggers you to maybe overeat something or somehow get that urge to eat something sugary or salty or comforting. And then this way, if you become aware of that situation, then you can plan ahead for how to react to it next time it happens. The other thing to keep weight off, this is huge, and I'm so excited because when I started to experiment with it, I just really saw instant results. And that is to make sure that when you do eat, make sure that you have in your meal a complex carbohydrate, a protein, and a healthy fat. And having those 3 elements together really will create the best, like, sort of nutritional balance for your body. And you know what? I always encourage people, go ahead, play around with this. Maybe have a meal where it's just all carbs and see how you feel. And then maybe have a meal where you add in the protein and the healthy fats and see how you feel. And I've actually had clients come back to me and say, hey, I've just upped my protein and I'm feeling a lot better. So I really think that's important. And I think it's important to experiment too with what you're eating and how it's making you feel, and then kind of switch it up and see, do I feel better or worse when I add or take away something from my diet. The next thing is supporting gut health. Gut health and having a happy, healthy microbiome is everything. It really, really is. I believe it was, oh shoot, now I can't remember his name. But he, Hippocrates, he said, all health begins in the gut, and boy, that is so true. And amongst other things, which I could go on and on and on about the gut, having a healthy microbiome has actually been shown to link to a healthy body weight. So what do you want to do to keep a healthy microbiome? You want to eat, whole plant-based foods. You don't want to eat, processed, sugary, that white flour, white rice carbohydrate food. Fermented foods, microbiome loves that. So think about kimchi, sauerkraut, kombucha, and always great if you can find a really, really high quality probiotic and also a prebiotic, because the prebiotic is what helps feed the probiotics. Next, keep hydrated. I think sometimes we can forget to stay hydrated. And what's interesting is sometimes we confuse thirst for hunger. So next time you're feeling a little hungry, before you actually go and grab a snack, have a nice big glass of water and see if that kind of takes the edge off your tummy, because a lot of times it's that your body's thirsty and not hungry. So keep well hydrated. The other thing is, I don't mean to be the party pooper here, but avoid or reduce alcohol and caffeine. Now, I prefer the word reduce versus avoid, because I think everything in this life should have a balance. And I just think you need to be mindful of, again, when you're drinking, how much are you drinking, why you're drinking, how it's making you feel before and after. And just be aware that too much drinking can have an effect on your weight. And it's not just the empty calories, but have you over-invited and then come home and felt the need to either order a pizza or raid the kitchen cabinet? I know I have. I will admit I'm not perfect, and I did that I think 2 weeks ago. And I was not happy with myself when I woke up the next morning. Next, change the way you talk to yourself. I'm huge about this. Do not beat yourself up. When you say something to yourself like, oh, I didn't eat healthy today, I'm a horrible person, I can never, keep to a diet, this is hopeless, I'm a loser. Would you really talk to your best friend that way? If your best friend came to you and said, oh, you know what, I just ate like crap yesterday, would you say, you're a horrible person, you're a loser, you should just give it up now? No, of course not. Talk to yourself with love. Figure out, oh, hey love, what happened in this situation that maybe you overate, or you ate the junk food instead of the healthy food? Just have a nice conversation with yourself. Do not beat yourself up. That would make me so angry. Okay, maybe not angry, but just a little sad and upset. And then lastly, avoid the quick fix diets. You know what? We could build a mountain on the amount of diet books that have been written. And you know what? If one of them was the solution for everybody, then they wouldn't have to write any more diet books. But the problem is quick fix diets, they don't work. We're all individuals, we're all unique, we all respond to food differently, and that's why I highly encourage you to test what works for you and what doesn't work for you. I think it's more important to eat that like whole plant-based diet to the best of your ability, and then also eat mindfully. Don't eat until you are stuffed that you possibly cannot move off of the couch. And don't wait until you are so hangry you would eat like a piece of cardboard. So you will just grab anything to stuff in your mouth, and you're doing it so quickly that you don't even realize it. So I think that's important too. So on that note, I am going to wrap up, but I highly encourage that if you would like to continue the conversation and your journey on getting your body into a really happy place for you, I invite you to join my free 5-day challenge. It's coming up soon. It's going to be October 25th through 29th, and it is the Melt Your Midlife Belly Challenge. We are going to be talking about everything from what causes that belly to things you can do to get rid of it, and we're going to have a very good time. And if you have any friends that would be interested, please invite them along too, because the more the merrier. Let's turn this into a party. And until I see you again, peace and love. Bye.